I got my heat exchanger mounted underneath here. I took the air dam out from underneath, and I'm going to block off all the extra holes under there so the air has to go through the intercooler heat exchanger. But just thought I would make a video. There's not very many videos, it seems like, of 6.5s with intercoolers on YouTube, so thought I'd make one. Alright, so I've got my intercooler I got off of eBay. It is water to air, and I guess I could put the description up. Made a little stand for it to fit back behind underneath. It's right up against the firewall pretty well. Had to move my refrigerant line, bend it down a little bit, make it fit, bend my transmission dipstick tube, and I bought just my silicone couplers on Amazon, eBay, and I bought just a 3-inch piping kit. Probably didn't need to, I only used 2 pieces. But I wasn't sure where I was going to mount it, so got that all done. I had to build this intake plenum. Just cut off the front, and I put plate on it. I can put a picture of it up. Just put the stock boost sensor. I got a little boost line going into the cab, and my intake air temperature sensor I wanted to put in the airstream as much as I could, so just drilled and tapped holes for that. So I got a little pump here. This is just a pony pump. It's not the one that I want to have. I have a Bosch intercooler pump on order, but I don't have it yet, so I just run in this 3/4 inch heater hose. I have a little reservoir here rigged up. That's just I made out of the same tubing as that. So I had an old radiator that was damaged out of like a side-by-side, so I just cut that off and welded it on there, and so far it seems to be working good. So my intake air temperature before I had this was just cruising on the grid road at 100 kilometers an hour. It was about 160 degrees Fahrenheit. So, and then if you gave it any more, it would go above 200, it seemed like. So that's running a maximum boost of about 15 psi. So, but somewhere in that 9 pounds running on the grid road, I could see 160-ish degrees Fahrenheit, so I wanted that down. So wasn't too hard to fit in there. I had to play with it a couple times to make sure my hood would close still without too much effort. And so I got the pony pump just hooked up on a switch, so then it pumps up into the intercooler here. This is just a bleed for filling. Get the air out. So it goes in, comes out into here, my reservoir, and then there's a hose coming out at the bottom. You can see it down in there. And so then it goes from there through here and then into this cooler, and then from the cooler it goes back up into this pony pump and then through the circuit again. Right now I just have it rigged up on a toggle switch and a relay, but I was thinking about getting a thermal switch so I wouldn't have to worry about it at all. So that's that. Seems like now when I'm running and everything's up to temperature, it's at about 100 degrees on the gravel. So dropped it down about 65 degrees or so, just cruising, and then wide open throttle I could easily go over 200 without the intercooler, and way above 200, but my gauge only goes to 200, so I'm not really sure. Excuse me. But now the highest I've hit is 115 degrees, so I'm quite happy with that. I had to move my PDM fuel driver. This isn't where I want it. I want it up in the front bumper. Colder is always better. And I moved my fuel filter, put it here. Fit pretty good. I had to just bend this up just a little to be able to change filters. Seems to work pretty good. It still just drains down on the bottom. So it's pretty dirty right now, but it works. I don't have the connectors hooked up yet, but working on it. Just waiting on time. So that's my project. I guess if you have any more questions, you can just leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer them. So yeah, I can put up another build video on this turbo HXW40, and I can just talk about that a little bit. All right, goodbye.